Hello there, it's almost midnight. I make this video. I make this video because I'm kind of busy today, so I can't make it in the morning because I sleep in my friend's dorm room yesterday, and then I back here, so we don't sleep very well because we talk very much at his place, and then I don't got sleep very well, and I feel tired in the morning, and then I sleep again, then going to the course, and then after that back here in the room and then sleep. And in the nights I went into the scholarship program gathering, which is almost midnight right now, and then I doing some psychotests and to learn to to got scholarship and to got into campus. It's very hard question, very challenging. There are many question that I don't understand. I don't know the answer. I just looking into it and choose the from my intuitions, not from I'm not really sure whether my answer is right or wrong. I think tuple test far more easier than psycho test because it's more easy to learn to take this English test because I already learned about it very much, and psycho test is just like a mess because I don't learn it. And then psychotests also make me feel like there are many subjects, not only the language, but about logics. And my most challenges is mathematics because I don't know a formula in a mathematics, so I just use my logic to answer the question, and I got some the question. I think it's right, but mostly went wrong. But I'm not really looking into the answer, the key answer of the sheets. But yeah, but I think it's not going very well. Probably I will share my score from the test to you in the next video if I make any of it. And of course I will tomorrow make any video, and tomorrow I think is more busier because I have a plane to do in the morning, and then after that going to SJ scholarship camp and learn English. But we don't start the program yet because we just still sharing and gathering and meet each other, and we play game today. And I want to share with you about the my experience with gathering in the class with this teaching clinic and scholarship camp program from Global English. It's very nice. It's very nice evening. It's from 6:20 p.m. until the 22 and 22 p.m. In the night, and we mostly talking, but we have a nice game too. There are also some music performance and dancing, and I take the some video about it, and I want to share with you in this section. I'm rarely share something that outside of my talking video, but because it's very nice occasion, and I want to remember the moment, then yeah, I make capture some videos, and then I want to share with you. And here the video. probably you already hear you already look into the video, and as you can see that there are some singing or two women singing on the stage, and I don't know the song, what the title of the song they sang there at that moment, but yeah, it's very nice because very catchy, and there are many people to listen, and that some people dance there, which is very great. And then also there are very nice dancing from performers. I think he accepted scholars teaching clinic in the previous section before this last year, I guess, and then he was his dance there, and about what I kept when I capture this dancing stuff. She danced like a Melayu culture. This is why I feel interesting, and then I take the video and then share with you. And it's not it's very amateur video, so I guess that you don't really enjoy it, but we really have a good time there when we look into the stage that when he did his performance, and it feels very great. And also I have some inspiration, not inspiration, but motivation to learn the language more and take probably a scholarship abroad, even though I'm not really sure at that moment, because I think that I want to take this scholarship in within the country, because it's very more important for me, because I guess I my long-term dreams very well match to take scholarship within the country than abroad, because when I studied here in the country, I can pursue my dream as a writer and editor, because I can meet people, whether from literacy festival or from people who working in a publishing company, that I can meet with them, and I can meet with another Indonesian writer too. It's very different when I take this experience to to take a scholarship abroad. But I think I want to open more possibility, and I was looking into it. There's nothing wrong to try that something different, isn't it? So this is what actually I think I want to do, because in this scholarship program, basically they are want we to learn more about a scholarship, and there are some people, some tutor will help us to make an essay stuff, and then to give our tips about the program abroad, which is very beneficial, not only for me but for all people who join this scholarship program, like 12 students in scholarship program, and there are many more in a teaching clinic program. Yeah, it's very nice, and I can talk loudly because I think people here already sleep, and I don't want to disturb them. I don't want to distract them with many noises, so I talk with a lower voice as possible, even though I can still make sure that I make a good length of video, because at that moment I just feel, I don't know, I don't have much motivation to speak the language, and the words of it, I guess I don't make many progress into my short story, which is feel crazy at that moment, because there are many I already make like a list that the story that I need to finish, and there are also the limits of time, the dates of the limits, but I don't make it a single of it, and which is very frustrating, because I feel busy doing something else. I hang out with people very much at that moment. It just feels nice to speak with people, especially with my friends, but I just need to spend more time with myself and to study, immerse myself into study and doing stuff that very important for me. Not only hangouts and talking with people, but hangouts also are very, very beneficial, especially for someone like me, very introvert and don't go outside very much. In a few weeks, and I want to change a lot, change habits, and to communicate with the people, because I feel bad for it. I It's not my power, my strength to start a communication with the people, especially strangers. So when I meet a new people, it's very great. Have a great feeling for me. I can take open myself into the new possibility, and I meet these people, and we talk a lot about the program working visa in Australia, which is great because it's kind of strange for me because I heard about many people here in Indonesia want to work into the our neighbor country like Brunei and Malaysia and also of course Australia, but I don't have an access for it. But I met this friend. He said that he want to start working there, and he eager to working there because people when you got the job in Australia, you get paid higher for more higher than here in Indonesia. So this is why he want to working there, and he need this working visa, holiday working visa. If I'm not mistaken, but I think it's wrong. I forget which one the true. But yeah, you got my point, right? About this working visa thing. It feels very nice. I want to describe a little thing about Australia. The Australia is a continent, but only one. But also it refers to a country because in this continent only a single country. It is Australia, and some people mistaken between Austria in Europe and this Australia in the Oceania, which is kind of become a joke in social media. And when I look into it, it's kind of funny. But yeah, but they are not only about Australia and Austria. There are many jokes about geography. Like you can distinguish between Switzerland and Sweden, and then you consider Europe as a country in America, and then probably you're thinking that Paris is a country instead of a city, and many others. And like people in Western, they can't distinguish between Indonesia and Bali, or like they think that an ASEAN is ASEAN's country, and when you want to talking about ASEAN, then they say that you have mistaken to typo talking when you write about ASEAN because they think you talking about ASEAN. This is I think the geographical mistakes become a joke in social media. It's kind of funny. It's that show the limits of our knowledge. I think it's okay because we can we can understand everything, right? So because we are human, so there are some error about our knowledge, and it's kind of funny to looking into it. But yeah, talk again about the Australia. What I know about Australia is a kangaroo is very popular. When you talking about Australia, it's very hard for not to include this kangaroo thing into the topics because I think there are no more animals in the earth become very what you say it's become preference. I think it preference not a good choice of words. There is no animal that become close to a country symbol than Australia because it feels like that you when you talk about a kangaroo, there is only in Australia. Of course, there are many countries who have this idea of animals into the country like panda in Chinese, but kangaroo I guess is very unique because the Australian government use whether it's Australian government or Australian institutions use these kangaroo symbols so often into their institutions, so they are very related into these animals. Also, besides kangaroo, there are koala. You probably know more about this animal than myself because I don't have much information about these sleepy creatures which live there in Australia. And also, when we talk about Australia, we also talk about this Great Barrier Reef. You probably hear about this. As someone who likes to read National Geographic, I look into one of a cover, the National Geographic, is talking about about this Great Barrier Reef in the Australia. I guess in the western coast, or not? Is the eastern coast of Australia. It's a reef. Is very a coral islands. Is very big and is very popular, whether it's among tourists or among scientists, because they like to doing a research about some underwater creatures there, like fish or octopus and another squids and another kind of animal. But what is mega popular at that moment, because of bleaching, there are coral bleaching, also impact this beautiful place. And then most scientists believe that the reason why this coral bleaching happens because of global warming, and I think it's true in my opinion, at least, because I feel that every day the weather become warmer and the suns become more, unbearable when you going outside in the midday. Probably when someone live in the Europe, and like people who live in England especially, thinking that global warming is very good for them, because they have this harsh weather about, about very cold. And then when got sunny in the neighborhood there in the England, they just feel enjoy it, and they say that it's the weather very nice. But actually it's not okay, because it is part of the global warming thing. The sunny there in the England is kind of example of the happening of a global warming in our planet, the Earth, a place that we living today, and for our future children's tomorrow. And then I think we together doing whatever we can to stop this global warming thing, because it's very disastrous. It's very very, what you said. It's I forget the vocabulary. It's very dangerous for us, for our existences of our species, human, for a global warming, because we don't know the challenge what we must hold in the future because of this global warming problem in our planet. Okay, then what another popular thing about Australia is Aborigines people, because it's like a native people there in Australia before white people going there, mostly British who are criminals. Because I guess I don't know the exact time, but in the past that a criminal from England, and they are bring the criminal from the England, or probably another British empires, into British Empire territory, into this big lands, the marshlands of Australia. And then also there are also people from another place migrate into this continent too, and then they are like replace the native people there, which is an aborigine. I think is the case in this Australia not really much different with the case in South or North American. In the North American, much people from Western Europe, from German and French, and also from British, replace the native people who already lived there for like 1,000 years. And in the South, there are people from more southern and southern Europe, like people from Portuguese and from Spain who replaced the people there. But I'm not really know about this because you need to learn more about history, mostly about the colonials era, to speaking about this. But I just give a big picture, and I don't know whether I talking right or wrong, but yeah, at least this is from what I know about this topic, about about people, aborigine people, there were as native people who live there in Australia. And the Australia also have this island called Tasmania. It's part of their territory, and I don't know much about these islands. And then the southern, they are New Zealand. which is a country too, like Australia. And I think the Australia government want this New Zealand become part of their territory, but New Zealand not willing to give up their independence as a country. This is still a country there. The New Zealand very popular with cattle or sheep, I guess, because I read a newspaper about the country about the shit of this cattle rising. It pollutes the river there in New Zealand, which is have a bad impact for people who live there. But I think it's very hard problem to take lines to very hard problem to overcome for New Zealand government because many money come from these animals rising there in New Zealand. So beside a tourist, I guess. So yeah, it's kind of big a problem for them. I think I already talking about my daily life today, and I just feel very tired and I want to sleep. I don't know whether I have still have many many energy to talking about many stuff, and I just feel I want to sleep because yesterday I don't sleep very well, and I sleep like only 2 hours in the night, and kind of my head become like I don't know, it's kind of very hard to explain in English because I don't know much about vocabularies, and yeah, at least I can speak very well, even though I think I have many mistakes, whether it's from addictions and from a grammar. And then for you who are willing to listen my conversation, I want to say thank you, and if I said something offensive, that I will apologize, and good night for you.